G'day, mate.
G'day, mate. I can't say that right.
I don't know if I got it down.
Accent. G'day, mate.
G'day, mate.
We are in Australia. So for those of you that don't know, we have been living in New Zealand for the last 2 years, and we just recently started full-time traveling. And Australia was our very first stop, and so this is our first time at the full-time traveling with our family of 6. And we love it. We have had a great time. We like to highlight our thorns and our roses, our goods and our bads as we travel. So we'll definitely tell you the bad parts about it too. But overall, we have loved Australia.
Alright, so we just got into Australia late last night and we packed some oatmeal packets so we had something to eat this morning, but we're all really starving. So we have never shopped in Australia before, so we don't know what type of foods they have, what grocery stores are good, but we did hear that Aldi is supposed to be really great, and we're going to see what type of food we can get for the next week, so let's see. So we walked into the store and apparently you have to have a coin in order to get a shopping cart or a trolley. We don't have any cash, so we are prepared with a bunch of Trader Joe's bags. So we're walking around the store with bags instead of a shopping cart, so we'll make do.
Brisbane is just like any other city. It's great, just like city life. And it was nice because it was warm.
Yeah, being from Arizona, we just missed that warmth. And now everybody, all of our friends in New Zealand and even our friends from Australia, everybody, oh, it's going to be really hot. It's going to be really hot. But
yeah, when they found out we were coming into Australia in the summertime, they're like, you guys are going to die. But
it was really nice.
It's been so nice. We love it.
We got these tickets to Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary. Come on, let's go.
Kids love animals. Like the Gold Coast area is very famous for amusement parks, and so everyone thought we would go do amusement parks, but our kids love animals, so we knew that they would want to go to a zoo of some sort. So that's why we went to this small, family-friendly zoo. So one of our goals when we're traveling is to try to do a service project of some sort in every location. So when we were in Brisbane, we went to church and we asked the missionaries there, hey, we want to do service. Is there something that we can do? Is there someone in need? Someone we can help? And so they knew of a lady who needed some weeding done in her yard. And so we went over one afternoon. It was a hot day, hot afternoon, and we told the kids, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to work until it's done. And they didn't complain at all.
No.
They got right in, and it was like this small area of a flower bed that totally needed to be totally weeded.
Just been overgrown for years and years with, vines and different things.
So we just got in there and worked and got all the greenery and the weeds out, and the kids loved all the skinks that kept, popping out. The coolest part about though was just sitting there talking with Sharon, and I love getting to know people, hearing their background, hearing their story. She was so appreciative of our family. It was such a small small act of service,
Yeah.
but she loved it, and it was just
We were only there for like an hour, but
it was such a highlight of the whole trip because we got to know someone, we got to serve someone, and it was just
it's almost like we left with more than she did.
oh
you
yeah,
know?
absolutely, yeah. After Brisbane area, then we flew to Cairns, and then we drove from Cairns airport to Mission Beach area. It is totally amazing. Not at all what I expected it to be like. We feel like we're on a small tropical island. Like I didn't know like something like this existed in Australia.
Yeah, usually when you think Australia, you think dry, like kangaroo,
outback. We are in a rainforest right on the beach.
Massive skink up there, just about this long. We're gonna go scrape up on it.
All right, so we are transparent travelers, and I found that one of my kids, this is Trevor, say hi.
Hi.
Trevor is just about dead. He started complaining about this steep hike, and so I've fireman rescued him here, and we're gonna carry him up to the top. Here we go. Oh, duck down, we got bush. There we go.
Thankfully, we haven't seen any crazy creatures, but the boys are all sad about that. But I'm thanking my lucky stars.
But the really cool thing about this area is our Airbnb. Our home is amazing.
So one of our goals here was to, we wanted to see a crocodile. We said, okay, we're in Australia, where else can you see a saltwater crocodile in the wild?
So we drove to this national forest.
It's like a swamp, yeah, it's a
Swamp
national
area.
forest, but it's essentially a swamp.
And I was picturing it like kind of like Florida, like where there's planks, you know, and you're kind of safe up above the water. So I thought, okay, this is cool. We could do this. I feel safe doing this with our family. But when we got there, it's like a trail right along the river. So you're at like the same level as the water. There's trees in between.
A few, sometimes.
Sometimes the people that we were talking to, they're like, just keep your kids close, you'll be fine. And I thought, oh my gosh, what are we getting ourselves into? Tip, don't wear black
Yeah.
when you're out in the wild because black totally attracts.
We didn't see one.
We didn't see one.
Yeah, I know.
So we're like, we can't like leave this area and not see a croc. So that's when we looked into going on a tour. And Cody was the one to spot the crocodile eyes. And so as soon as Cody's like, I see the eyes, Cal steered the boat over to the bank, and sure enough, there was a baby croc. Yes, we saw a croc in the wild.
Yeah.
Our thorn for our time in Australia was hands down. I think it's like everyone would answer the same thing: is getting sick. 4 out of 6 of us got sick one night.
Some stomach bug that we ended up getting somehow.
It hit us hard and fast. It just like came out of nowhere, and
It was coming out of
thankfully-
both ends, actually. So
TMI. That took us down for 2 days, and then we were still kind of a little weak for a couple days. definitely our thorn. But because that was our thorn, one of our plans was to snorkel the Great Barrier Reef, but because some of us were sick, only some of us were able to do that. So Cody and Ethan were well enough to do that while I stayed home with the other little ones, getting better.
Then on our way back, we saw a loggerhead turtle, which, if you know it, those are really quite rare and massive. We weren't even sure if we were going to be able to go swimming at all, but when we went to ETTY Bay, we pulled up and they had a stinger net there.
You guys hot?
It's like a desert. Like a cool breath. It's like a desert.
Hotter than a desert, right? It's like humid.
Australia is hot. I don't like breathing cold.
Makes you like all feel sticky, but you're also still hot at the same time.
Well, we're kind of in the bush here too, so it's not extra humid in there, yeah.
It reminds me of Texas.
Yeah, nice and warm, huh?
Yeah.
Okay guys, help us remember, what animals did we see in Australia?
Should we start with the ones in the wild?
In the wild and in the zoo, I think.
We saw the crocodiles. I saw sea snakes and dolphins and turtles. And then
We saw an echidna one night.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
That was pretty cool. We caught
Yeah,
king toads.
wallabies.
Reese likes to call them koalabees.
Wallabies. Yeah, we saw lots of wallabies. Very common to see, and they're out grazing. Got a little video
cute.
of them.
They're like a
really
smaller kangaroo.
Cute. Yeah,
They're
really cool.
cute.
Yeah.
Or crocodile.
Yes, we did see a saltwater crocodile.
Saw kangaroos.
Got a pet kangaroos, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, we've seen lots of cool birds. Like, Australia has really amazing looking birds. They sound cool, they look cool. Cool.
Yeah.
And
Cockatoos,
there are
black
cassowaries.
and white
Big
cockatoos.
ones. Kookaburra.
Kookaburra.
And then you guys also saw cassowaries. Green frog. Green tree frog.
Oh yeah, we saw green tree frogs.
Yeah. So an orb spider.
Ooh, lots of spiders. Lots of orb
Yeah.
spiders.
Spiders, yeah.
We even saw a big, huge spider.
In my window, right?
Oh, at the koala sanctuary,
Yeah,
right?
we
We
saw
saw
dingoes.
dingoes. Yeah.
Oh, what were those big lizards that we saw?
Yeah, this one.
Were they water dragons?
Water monster.
No, they are.
I can't remember, but they were at the koala sanctuary everywhere. They
Just
were.
running wild.
That
It's
was
really
awesome.
cool. And Trevor
Trevor.
touched one. And Reese, you touched one too, right? Gavin?
Gavin just went to. Yeah. Oh, bats. Yeah, in Brisbane, we would just be driving along, and all of a sudden we'd see like bats just flying, like massive.
Big
I think
bats
they were the
too.
fruit.
Yeah.
What are they called?
The flying fox?
Flying fox. Yeah, they're
Flying
massive.
foxes are really cool too. They're like furry. And... Okay, so since we are transparent travelers, we like to share our thorns and our roses, our good and our bad of every place that we go. Let's start with our thorns. Yeah.
All right, thorns.
I think mostly everybody had the same thorn except for Ethan because
So everybody had the same thorn that we were
we were sick.
and we lost at least a day, kind of almost like 2 days.
2 at least days, yeah.
Of just being in the house.
But Ethan, what was your thorn then?
It was by far not seeing a shark.
Uh,
Dad saw a shark.
This is like one thing you wanted to see out on Great Barrier Reef. All right, should we go through roses? Reese, what was your rose? What was the best part of being in Australia?
Oh, collecting rocks on the beach? Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh?
All right, Trevor?
Mine was probably seeing all the animals in nature.
Did you have a favorite animal?
No, I liked all of them.
Trevor came up with a good word of our house. He called it natureful, full of nature. So, yep.
My rose was probably seeing the crocodile.
Seeing a crocodile?
That's very sweet.
Mine too.
My rose probably has to be going to the Great Barrier Reef. It was just an awesome experience seeing all the cool creatures.
What was the
Mine
coolest?
too.
What was the coolest creature you saw? What's the coolest animal?
Probably the sea snakes. They were awesome just seeing them diving down into the ocean.
Yeah. John?
I think my rose for Australia was the Cairns area. I loved the tropical feel of it. I loved the rainforest. I loved the greenery, the blue sky, the warmth. It was just a great package deal of just the area that we were in.
Yeah. Yeah. I think my rose was definitely the warmth, and then kind of mixing that all together with everything else that we found here, especially up here north in Mission Beach and Dingle Bay, just south of Cairns. It's just been really beautiful, warm. I really enjoyed it. Had a good time.
Yeah, we've loved Australia. We'll definitely be back.
Yes, back to explore more in a future state, future time.
Yep.
All right, guys, where are we off to next? What's up
Bali.
for Australia?
Bali.
Bye.
Who's ready to go? Yeah, we don't even know if they do that there in
We don't
Bali,
know.
guys.
We'll find out.
All right, we'll see you in Bali.
Yeah.